A very good friend of mine, he passed away last year after a fair bit of illness, and he was very much into model making, and he taught me to save all pieces like this. Anything, plastic, wood, doesn't matter what it is, you never know when it will come in handy. And he had boxes and boxes of this. He never had a workshop. He used to come round here quite a lot. But he was into model making, and he built planes and model aircraft and radio controlled boats and the like. And his entire workshop was a 3-foot desk with the food drawers down one side. And he built some superb models, one of which got a bronze at the London Model Engineers exhibition. And he also made the grandchildren doll's house furniture, so I was always supplying him with strips of wood and what have you. And I made him up a few tools, and some of them his video has now dropped them back to me, and said he got no further use for them, which is very sad. Anyway, I made up this little circular saw here. It's very small, as you can see. It's based on a Singer sewing machine motor. I really like these little brush motors. They have a lot of torque for their size. They're silky smooth, and you have the added advantages of a foot control, which is very handy. And it's nothing more than an aluminium deck, and I've milled a slot in for it did have a protractor, and it did have a Perspex guard, believe it or not, but that seemed to have got missing. But nothing more than an aluminium piece and some box section alloy. I cut to length on the chop saw and sawed up a piece of wood and drove it inside so I could screw in from the bottom, from the top, so the whole thing is quite solid, apart from it doesn't sit on the bench too well. But I made up a mandrel to take 2.5 inch 1 inch bore keyed milling cutters. These are very thin, and he had a selection of these depending on what he was cutting. If he was cutting alloys, plastic or wood, it's only a matter of a single bolt to replace them. I also made a same version but a disc sander, which tilted cable, well, I'm sure you know, but it seems to work very well. Bearing in mind we're only talking about model making. This is cut and ply or mahogany. Well, it helps if my hands weren't in the way, wouldn't it? Okay, so I can do it this way. No, I'll do it left-handed. And he was very pleased with this, and I can wholeheartedly recommend you make one. You're not going to do too much damage to yourself with one of these. So next time you see an old sewing machine, I mean, some wonderful parts in sewing machines. He never wasted anything. He used anything. Broken toothbrush, a comb, top off a bottle, tubes from mastic guns. Anything could be reused. He'd open up plastic bottles, and he'd use a toaster to heat the plastic, and he showed me a very nice vacuum forming machine he'd made, only this size. I'll probably make one of those as a video. You might find that interesting. But you can see how it's made. Very, very simple. Wow. That's it.